far we have had 3 matches where we had Lumura Simon in the morning playing against Bwanika Mansour, and Mansour won 9-5. And then we had Chikade Mutes Rashida playing alongside Ceasar Marion, where Mutes won 9-4. And we have just seen Lukia defeat Zaimati Nambafu with a 9-1 score. And right now we are going to watch the losers final between Bwanika Mansour and Chandiga Ceasar. They are racing to 11 and 2 hours. I think it's a 2 hours game, as I see, because I think there is 1 hour and 58 minutes. So I think they are playing for 2 hours. Yeah. So here we are. I wish all the players the best. Let them execute the best of their game. And Ceasar has had an odd break, and Mansour is having an odd even break, which means Ceasar is breaking the first game. If they all do a tie at 10-10, Ceasar will be breaking the decider. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. We are from eating. We are really satisfied, as you can see. Togezaman. Yeah. The finals in the ladies category, we shall be having Mutasi Rashida and Naiga Lukia. It's still the sisters in the final. With the ladies category, Kasozi Joseph is waiting the winner between these two, Mansour and Ceasar. With Kasozi is having 2 lives, so the winner here has to beat Kasozi twice. And men in the finals will be racing to 15 so far. The rest is not yet confirmed to the finals, but I'll update you. Sorry, I said 15, but they made me correct it. It hasn't yet been confirmed if the finals they are playing rest to 15. So apparently, Ceasar broke the first game and he did not pot. It was a dry break, and he gave Mansour a chance to come on the table to clear, but I think Mansour hasn't cleared the table, and he has given Ceasar a chance to come back on the table. This game has just started, like right now. So please subscribe. Our dear viewers, you're most welcome. Whoever has just joined, we are having a losers final between Chandiga Ceasar and Bwanika Mansour, and it's 0-0. And your commentator, as usual, it is Mochuzi. This tournament is happening here at Adi Sports, Chireka, just a few kilometers from the city of Kampala. Yeah. As you reach Chireka Shell, there is a right covert that you take to Namgongo Road. Just after like a few meters, you will see Montana Supermarket, then Addis Sports Club is where it is located. Yeah. This first game looks not to be giving because each player is playing defense. So let's see who wins the first game of this match. You never know. Whoever wins the first game might end up winning the last game. I'm here with my comments, Janan. Thank you so much for commentating on the ladies. I had gone somewhere to visit my boy. Yeah, thank you so much. It's really appreciative. Ladies, appreciate your work. Janan is married. Please, ladies, don't disturb. Okay, Janan is here, has something to say to you.
Yes, a very warm welcome to dear viewers. This is the big one. Ceasar Chandiga here, the former national champion, taking on the guy who took over from him, the current national champion in Mansour Bwanika. Well, this promises to be an interesting game. It's the game before the men's final. Both of these players have been on a very good form in this tournament, and that's why they are actually here. So let's just keep ourselves hooked for some nice action here, isn't it?
Yeah, and actually, Jana, did you notice all the players that participated in this tournament? They gave out all their best. They all gave out all their best. They have all lost in a way that hurts, but they all gave out their best. Nobody has lost with a one-man-sided match. They have all fought for their games to win, and now we are here at the losers final.
Yeah, that's right. We've seen the best of these guys, rightly said there, Michelle, and I mean that's why we are braced for the final two games of this competition on the men's side. We can only, watch and wait to see, you know, the level of brilliance that both of these players once again will bring to the table.
As you can see, Ceasar is having 3 reds left. But as the way I see these balls, Ceasar can finish because this is like an easy test for Ceasar. It's like asking a person, what is your name? That is the most easiest question.
That's well said there, and he gets down on the last red, gets himself a very good cue action with a straight shot there onto the 8 ball, and here he goes, 1-0 up.
Ceasar wins his first game and he wins it as well because he made the break first. The odd add break is with Ceasar and the odd even break is with Mansour. Ceasar broke, but he broke a dry break, but he has managed to win the game at last. So Ceasar scores a game that he has broke, so which means this game was his.
Well, that's pretty much very right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the very nice Addis Sport in Chireka, a venue that usually hosts so many of these high profile tournaments as well as numerous high profile battles as well. Here, yes, Mansour here with a break. He has a very fair split of the balls there. Unfortunately for him, it's a dry break. So once again, advantage the Scorpion.
Janan, do you know these guys? The last time they met off, they were here and Mansour won. It was in the finals of Addis men 64 men comp, and Mansour was playing the finals between Chandiga Ceasar, and by the end of the day, Mansour came out as the winner. And then this year, they met at Amigos Kampala, Amigos in Chibuye at the finals, but Ceasar beat Mansour. Ceasar made that 1 minute second game. Do you remember when he only had like 45 seconds for Mansour to win? But the way Ceasar putted that game to take Mansour to a decider so that he won. You remember that?
Yeah, surely, yeah, I do. And I mean, both of these players will know themselves pretty much. They play for the same team in Upper Volta. So they pretty much know each other very well. They know each other's games. That's why this promises to be an intriguing encounter.
And their team manager, one of their team manager, and I've seen one of their team patrons, Messi and Mr. Simbi. They're in the building. They're seated right there watching these boys play. I think they're just like in their hearts, they're like whoever takes.
Yeah, sure. And that being said, there are already a number of people at the venue here. I've just interacted with the Pool Association of Uganda chairperson, Mr. Bob Trubish, who is also within the vicinity of this venue already. He wants to catch the action. He wants to be here by himself for the final moments of this very well organized tournament.
And Ceasar makes it 2-0 off Bwanika's dry break. And Ceasar comes and make a clearance. It looks like Ceasar today is very in a best mode. I talked to him when when he was going to play. I was like, "Hey, yo, as you don't look very well." He's like, "Man, I'm having a very terrible headache." I'm like, "You take a painkiller." He's like, "No, I'll take what?" I'm like, "How will you play if you have headache?" He's like, "Man, I just want to play and see how it goes." But just know Caesar is having a big headache. I hope he can play well. And by the way he's playing, it's like he's okay. But you can never underrate Mansour. Caesar's just broke and he potted a yellow ball because I see 6 yellows and seven, and is it 6 reds?
Yeah, indeed. He potted a yellow ball and as well as
A
a
red.
red ball. So he's having a look at the table here, mapping out his preferred choice of the balls. Another down that left center pocket, and he does that with a little bit of an inside spin. Nicely done there. Can he roll that red ball? That will work. Fantastically executed there. Using the cushion just well enough to get back the cue ball in perfect shape. For his first win in this game. That was some exquisite work there on the table from Mansour, the current national champion of Uganda.
Caesar made some two blunders in that game. He failed to pot the center pocket in the beginning. He still failed to pot that center in the second time, and then he again failed to pot that long. Interesting game. Um, I haven't seen Mansour win over Caesar, like head to head. Caesar has a better head start against think back then Mansour wasn't on form, but the way it looks like his form is really, really coming back. Because the way he executed that game, it was really nice. He has made a dry break because Mansour was breaking, and he has made a dry break, and the balls really, really look very neat and centered. The red balls, I only see like one dead red ball, but it can be opened up because it has another ball to open up. This break, Mansour has made a very powerful break, though dry, where Caesar has no ball to close. And still, just like I said, Caesar fails to close the table because Mansour had broke. He had made a dry break, but the balls were okay, but the white was really, really bad that he had given his opponent, and his opponent could not pot. So Caesars failed to pot, and Mansour comes. He also hits hard the yellows, and he fails to pot. So the table is still open, and Caesar is coming back on the table. But the look of the things, it looks like Caesar is going to close this table this time, and is going to choose a yellow color. I don't know, like I said before, when you're in the table, you see different things, and when you're in the table, you see different things, and the person inside the table sees different things. But this time around, Caesar is closing the table with yellow. So the yellows are really, really centered, and by the look of things, Caesar can make a clearance, and he's gonna have a head lead of 3-0, only if he doesn't mess up. There you go. He has 5 yellows and the black to win the game. I think he's going to put the center to open up this ball next to the black, and it gets, ooh, wow. Like I said, you always calculate differently, and Caesar calculates differently. He has just opened up a dead yellow ball. That was a beautiful open up with the white. Caesar has a very good white control, opening up balls. Man, this guy. Anyway, when they say you are the best, you always have to show what makes you the best, and Caesar shows you what's the best he has in himself and what makes him the best. There you go. He pots very well, gets the white cube ball in control. I think he's going for a finish this time around. There you go, and he has one last yellow ball to put in this left corner pocket, and white comes naturally. Oh, he has put a spin, and it comes naturally to the center ball. Yeah, and now, like I said, Caesar makes it 3-1 against Mansour's dry break. Yeah, there we go. It's really, really now getting tough, Janan. It's really, really getting tough.
Yeah, indeed, it is.
Good evening once again. I welcome you to this Network Admin Live channel. Once again, I want to present you our sponsors of this channel, the Scorpion Chalk, Apavota Pulu Kirab, Full Home Africa, and lastly, if you want to advertise with us, Network Admin Uganda, kindly, you can do what? You can just send or communicate the WhatsApp message through the numbers on your screen, and you give us, and we make a business. We can advertise for you. Anyway, this is an Africa Ugandan Super 8 com. Caesar Chandiga is up against Bwanika Mansour in a losers semi-final. Whoever wins this will be playing final against Casos Joseph. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, enjoy the game.
To prove to us why he's seed number 1.
Exactly that. I mean, that was one of the best games that we've seen in this tournament, among a number of games that have given us full value for money.
Yeah. Kasosi's game against Caesar, it was a little bit like finger crossing, but then Kasosi showed us his power, and now we believe, and we can't wait to see who will go back again to face our seed number 1. Will it be Chandiga Caesar? Will it be Bwanika Mansour? Caesar's just had an open break. He closed, but then he did not make an A. He has given Mansour a chance. He has given Mansour a chance to come back on the table. By the look of Mansour's yellows, they are all in good position. Can Mansour execute this game? Very well. Mansour goes for safety. As you know, his strength is always in safety, but this time around, the safety I think did not work well for him. His body reaction is like he's not giving since he has been giving away games in the beginning. But I hope he can compose himself and he plays the way he was playing in the morning when he was playing Lubura Simon because he was giving us all his best. I don't think he would want not to give us his best when he's playing Caesar. Caesar's just spotted a long range shot and he gives himself a very good wide to come and put this ball on the left corner pocket, open up that ball next to the yellow ball. Just like that. He opens it and then it goes right in the right. Oh, beautiful shot from Caesar. He opens the ball and then the ball just enters in the pocket and it gives him a very good wide for him to finish the game. By the looks of the things, Caesar is now making it 4-1. Just Mansour just had one shot in the game. Sometimes you lose pool and ask how did I lose. He has only played once, a safety, but a safety didn't work.
Exactly that. And in saying that, what a brilliant finish there from Caesar the Scorpion. And I mean, when this guy is in full flow, there are really a few better things you'd rather be doing apart from watching him. He is a marvel to watch. But the same thing could be said about his opponent, Mansour himself, as well. He has a game that is so much enjoyable when, I mean, everything is swinging in his favor. He'll look to get himself, he'll look to compose himself and at least pull a few frames back here in quick succession if he wants to keep himself in this tie. He breaks there once again. It looks open to me. It is it is a fair break, yes, but it's an open table. So once again, he gets to get back to his seat, and Caesar is up again on his feet.
It's always disturbing when you have a dry break. Mansour is having a couple of dry breaks, and I think it is giving him a feeling into himself like why am I having dry breaks? Because and his dry breaks are giving out clean balls for his opponent, where his opponent Caesar just comes for a clean sheet, you know, like a clean sheet. And sometimes when you're playing pool, you feel like, oh, what is this happening? Because the way he was playing Lubura Simon in the morning, Jan, and trust me, Mansour was giving out his best. But now it looks like he's being sting. Is it called stung? Something like that with the scorpion.
Interesting there. And yes, it doesn't look good at all for Mansour at the minute. But as we've said, the whole tournament, it's never, I mean, it's not done until someone hits that last black for the final win. So Mansour, he will be down here, but certainly not out. He has the quality, he has the mental strength. I mean, he's a two-time national champion. He is in a list of very few Ugandan shooters who have won the national championship twice. So I mean, it takes more than just being good. He gets down by 5 frames here to 1. Can the national champion dig deep? Can he find his mojo and get back into this game?
You know, like yesterday, Caesar was leading Kasozi 6-4. And in my mind, I thought the game was done because, you know, when Caesar is in the lead, you're not always sure who will make a comeback. But I was surprised after timeout, Kasozi came back and gave Caesar 6 games straight from 6-4 to like, he made 4 games straight because he made it from 6-4 to 8-6, and Ceasar won 1 game, Kasuzi won 2. So I pray Mansour can make a comeback and we let it not be a one-sided match.
Yeah, that's right. The neutrals watching this game will definitely be wanting to see a contest. They will be wishing and hoping for Mansour to somehow get back into the thick of things here. But Ceasar there with some break, that is. He gets a good split of the balls. I mean, the yellows do look better in my eyes, and by his aim there looks like he wants them. Plays pockets into that bottom right corner. I mean, he has a calm face on himself there, but he means business. Perfect there. Perfect ball opening shot there. He gets White into a bit of trouble.
He has actually snookered himself. When you look at the way the white is, where the white is, Ceasar has actually snookered himself, and I think he's going to come from an angle where he has to tap the cushion to get the ball. Yes, he gets it and he puts it. By the look of this game, it looks like Ceasar wants a break and finish. And so far they have had six games, and Ceasar's games, he only had a dry break in the beginning, but he has been breaking and potting, while Mansour has been having dry breaks. So if Ceasar scores this game, that would be his first A. And then he had a one clearance visit of Mansour's game, dry break. What a beautiful drawback spin shot from Ceasar. When you see Ceasar's games, he has brilliance. I don't know. What does Ceasar have in his hands? Sometimes he plays like he is not ready, but then after the shot, it's like, I was ready for this. But when you look at him, his body language is like, I'm weak, I'm not here for this. But by the time he plays the shot is when you understand that the body is saying different things, but Ceasar in the table is a different person.
Brilliantly said there from the lovely Michelle here. Her day-to-day speak is brilliant, and I mean that is a nice description of the man on the table there. Taremwa Jonas, we see you. You're supporting Ceasar. You want Ceasar to win this because you want a revenge on Kasozi. Interesting that. I'll wait to see. Ceasar there with an attempted an ambitious bank shot there. Ends up fouling. No, it's not a foul. We're exactly, we're playing the 8-ball international rules. Yes, so Mansour with one shot. And guys, myself, I respect the mental strength of these players.
Yeah.
Once again, these guys, they've had to adjust themselves here from playing the black ball rules to playing a new rule that most of them are not familiar with, but also, I mean, difficult conditions on the table. It's a new table, means brand new clothes, brand new balls, but I mean, they're professionals, so yeah,
They are giving us a vibe.
exactly.
And by the look of things, Ceasar made a blunder, gave Mansour a chance, and Mansour is making a clearance. He has one ball left. He takes it to the left bottom corner pocket, and he gets a very good white. What a very nice shot from Bwanika Mansour. That was a really beautiful shot. He's on the black. He puts it, and Mansour makes it 2-5. That was a very brilliant shot from Mansour.
Exactly. I mean, we love to see stuff like that.
Yes, yes, yes. It's giving when he performs very well like that, as well as Caesar is performing well. You never know who might come out as the man of the match, but so far so good. Yes, Caesar is in the lead, but as well Mansour is not playing well because once he has been given a chance, he has showed us that I can make it. I'm not here to play, even though Caesar is leading, but still Caesar made a blunder and he came and cleared.
Exactly that. And dear viewers, be notified that whoever wins here, the player that wins here will get into the final of this very amazingly organized ATS Super 8 Man and Super 4 Queens edition, Uganda's edition, so to speak. We already have one player, one man into that final. The only player that has not lost any game. He is the current seed one Uganda, Joseph Kasozi, who will be watching this game from wherever he is with some bit of interest because he knows he will definitely be playing one of this.
If I was in Casos' shoes, I think to me I'll be praying to God not to meet Caesar again. um, Back to the game, Mansour has had his first break where he potted and the Reds look very, very clear to him. I think he wants to go for a break and finish. Let's pray he makes a break and finish because the way the yellow balls are positioned, once he makes a mistake, I don't see Caesar giving him a chance to come back on the table. Depending on how you look at the way the yellows are centered, once Mansour makes a very slight blunder, I don't think Caesar can give him a chance.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, at this level, there's really very little margin of error.
You have to clear
Yeah, I mean,
or
you're
to be
on.
cleared.
Exactly. That's well said. You have to clear or to be cleared. Mansour there with a nice pot to the center right pocket, drawing back the cue ball just a little bit. Looks like he has sight of one of those two reds. He will want to make a connection, a connecting shot there. And he executes there. A nice, beautiful shot there. Does he get that red ball in a good position? Doesn't look like. He'll want to play a bit of tactical play there, yes. And there he does.
Yeah, when you look at Caesar's yellow balls, the way they the way they are arranged, like that was the right shot for Mansour to play. You know, when you're playing Caesar, you have to also be tactical. It's either you give him a snooker where he cannot pot, that is the best way, or you clear him up. Because once you give him chances when he has to pot any ball, my friend, you're gone. But with Bwanika's experience and his strength is tactical.
Exactly. And talking of tactical games, if there is any game that has been played at such a high tactical level that I've seen in this tournament, it's the game between Mansour Bwanika and Kasozi Joseph. I still remember that game very, very well. Getting back here onto the table, Caesar on the yellows. He's looking to make light work of these balls because they are really fairly split. They are well split. He'll just be working on his positioning of the cue ball for what I will believe will be an easy clearance for him. We look to put that second last yellow ball to the right center pocket with an upward motion on. Oh, it's going for a drawback shot here. He wants to put the last, and I mean, that's brilliantly executed once again.
Just like I said before, the way the yellows the way the yellows were stationed in the game, like They were really, really clean. And any mistake Mansour would make would give Caesar that game, as just you've seen. Once Mansour made that blunder, Caesar came and cleared. The yellows, they were okay, like they were in a very good position. Even a weak player like me, if I would have gotten a chance, I would have tried to clear them.
Surely, surely, surely. I will agree. I will agree. I know you're a good shooter, as well.
I'm a good shooter that once missed a straight black. But
Oh well.
I have my customers out here that want to play me a race, but we shall talk about later. Right now, we are talking about Caesar Chandiga against Bwanika Mansour, and Caesar is leading 6-2. Caesar is in need of 5 games, and Mansour is in need of 9 games. Can Mansour make the 9 games, or can he just give away his games to Caesar Chandiga? And Chandiga, can he get 5 breaks, 5 games to win, to find Kasozi at the final? Let's wait and see. He makes a dry break. Caesar brings Mansour on the table. By the look of the balls I'm looking at, Janan, it looks like the Reds are more clear. For Mansour to make a one-visit clearance, he puts the Reds, just like I said, to close the table. Mansour is playing the Reds. The Yellows are not well stationed, but if you have a very nice shooting ability and you have a lot of skill, Caesar can separate these yellow balls and he gives you his magic. But let's wait and see. Mansour can give us the magic as well. I cannot underrate his shooting. He's one of the best shooters Uganda has ever had. He's a two-time national champion. He's a Kampala Open champion. He's a Temuse World champion. He has a lot. He has accolades onto himself. He has 2 USPAs. Mansour has been shooting well. I cannot underrate him. Yes, sometimes form can be off, but he's one of the players that we believe in, that he can make it and he can make a comeback against Caesar. But let's wait and see. Caesar comes on the table, separates his game, separates his yellows, just like I said, and he pots. Has he potted? And yes, he does. He pots, and all his yellows are now really, really in a well-centered manner. Where that with Caesar's skill, Caesar can finish this game. So I'm looking at Caesar making it 7-2 by the look of the game, unless he makes a blunder somewhere. He shoots. By the look of the game, Jan, and I think this is a done deal. Trust me.
Yeah, maybe with the exception of that yellow ball that is just stationed um, on the upper side of the 8 ball, the rest look pretty clearable. Look at that. He has all the confidence, isn't it? Does he want to go for another bank shot here? Yes. Look at that. 2 bank shots in succession on opposite center pockets. What a brilliant execution that is. And wow. Wow, he's producing the magic.
Yeah, Caesar always produces the magic when the balls are always at a. When you see, look, sometimes when his balls are centered well in the table, he'll always make a finish. His opponents are not supposed to make a couple of mistakes, because once you get a chance with Caesar, like I said, you just finish, because he's a finisher. Look at that. He's now finishing the game. The game that we saw that was for Mansour in the beginning, now look at it. Caesar just changed the game and now he's making it 7-2. Do you think Mansour can do a comeback? Let's hope for him to do a comeback to Caesar. But the look of things, I don't think. Caesar has to drive that cushion drive black into the left bottom corner pocket. And if he does, shoots. Oh no, the black has stayed inside the pocket. So
Exactly. That's what can happen sometimes in this game. It can just, things can just change in an instant. Will Mansour take an advantage out of? No, he doesn't. He also just leaves his red ball in the pocket, but not in. Caesar here pockets one of the easiest blocks that anyone can put to take his lead to 7 for himself and 2 for Mansour. It's just not happening for the national champion. It's not happening for him at all.
No, it ain't happening for him at all because he got a chance. I think he didn't give himself time, though the white was really, you know, that cushion white is really difficult once you want to shoot a cushion ball drive. So I think the white was too bad for him and he needed a lot of concentration. And you know, these pockets are really tight, they're not like the other tables. So I cannot blame him for that game. He's really trying out his best, but Caesar is showing he's in a beast mode where I think he needs to go back to the final, and I think he's aiming to punish Kasozi. And I think Kasozi is also coming saying, "I'll punish you, man." So
Yeah, that is the vibe that we have here. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we would like once again to have an interactive coverage of this session. So if you feel like you want to tell us anything, you want to discuss strategies, you want to give your view on anything, kindly drop a comment for us on the comment section of the ATA Sports Viewing portal. We will see and we will be in touch with you. Meanwhile, back here on the table, I beg your pardon, Mansour Bwanika there with a top spin. He does a recovery fairly well. Caesar back on the thick of things. He is having sight the two of his two red balls that are also very close to Mansour's two yellow balls on the right bottom corner of your screen. If he has an angle on that shot, he'll want to play a ball opening shot here. I think that works. I think that works because the two yellow balls of the national champion are now out of the way. He'll play a little connection there. He does. Yeah, a foul it is. It appears like either Caesar's cue or his hand touches one of the object balls there. So Mansour here with a ball in hand.
I think Mansour is going for a finish in this game because Caesar made a foul and Mansour's balls were really positioned well. And you know, when you make a foul, you have a ball in hand, but it's one shot. Beautiful drop back shot from Mansour. That was really, really beautiful. Mansour is really, really playing his best. Very beautiful shot, drop back, and I think Mansour is on black and is going to make it 3-7. He's really, really giving us his best. Just sometimes, as you know, pool sometimes can fail, sometimes can give. This was Mansour's break, and he has won the game. Mansour makes it 3, he's a 7.
Yeah, and good for him there. Yes, I mean, he is back. I mean, well behind with a 4-frame gap between. Yeah, so I mean, as making a point here that Mansour is down, he's not out. This game has a way that it can just change the same way that Caesar won 2, 3, 4 frames in a row. It's the same way that the man on the center of the table can also reply. What a miss that is. That would have not been expected. I mean, you just can't give a chance away to someone who is playing like he wants to beat you. Look at that. I mean, all of a sudden, all the red balls are very much in his side. And I mean, so he will get good shape on the cue there. Cue ball rather for. Look at that. You'd think he's not happy with that, but he will be okay. Wow. He didn't run that cue ball as he would have liked, so now he will have to go up and try to, in some way, manipulate that cue ball so that he can have sight of this red ball down the left corner pocket that he can't see at the minute. Are we gonna see a big shot here? He aims. He aims. Looks to put an inside spin on that. Whoa! Almost gets the exact motion that he wished for to bring that cue ball down the lower end of the table. He doesn't, and advantage the little magician.
I hope Mansour can win this game because the ball is in his hands and the yellows are really centered very, very well. And depending on his skill, I think he can finish this game. I hope he doesn't find any obstacles. You know, games can make that. You know, you can shoot a game, you can shoot the ball, and gives you a different version of what you played. So I hope by the chance that Ceasar has given him, he can use it to finish these balls, and he can at least make it 7-4. I don't want to see a one-sided match. I really want to see. Oh no! Oops.
Yeah, it was just totally off for him there, but fortunately for him,
It helped him. It just look at Ceasar.
exactly. So Caesar here with a kick shot. He fouls. So Mansour with the ball in hand, and pretty much what looks like a straightforward clearance, isn't it?
Yeah, it is because Ceasar has just opened up Mansour's dead ball. And, you know, just like I said, with the pool, you play it and then it gives you differently. Now, Mansour played a blunder, but then the blunder gave him a snooker for Ceasar to give him another chance to come back on the table.
Yeah, and talking of that, how is it possible that whatever you say seems to happen on the table?
I don't know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the semi-final, or should I say the final for the losers bracket of this ATA Super 8 Man and Super 4 Queens competition. Beautiful execution there, taking the cue ball uphill for his third last yellow ball. He isn't lacking confidence here. And one thing, this game, I mean, it's a long race, and you know, someone can start when they're not feeling themselves, then they just grow into the game. They start feeling like they can do it.
Yes. Because remember at the start, Mansour's body was not giving. Every shot he was playing wasn't giving him what he wanted, and it was almost like, every time he'd play a shot, it was like, what is happening? But by the look of the things, he's now 4-7. Can he make it a fifth? You never know. A comeback might come, or Ceasar can can still do a lead. But in that game that Mansour has just executed, he once lost it, but then he got it back, which means that was his game. And he's coming back to break. I hope, I don't know what will happen. I hope he plays a very good break or he just gives away to Ceasar. Anyway, you never know what may happen because this is just a game and each break is always different.
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful stuff that we are seeing unfolding on the table here. I tell you what, he appears to have found himself. Mansour there with a nice split of the balls. Will he go for the reds? Yes. He gets down and closes the table on the reds. Caesar can only sit and watch and wait.
To either clear or to be cleared. And Mansour plays safety and he sees a chance to come on the table. And by the look of the balls, Mansour is having a 70% head over Caesar, and Caesar is having 40% depending on the way his balls are stationed. But you never know. Caesar might come up with a magic shot or he may just do a blunder and give Mansour a shot to just make it a win for Mansour to make it 5-7. Let's wait and see. Oh, still Caesar makes a blunder.
Yeah, I think he goes for a connection to that center right pocket. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't work the way he wished. Mansour here goes defensive, he goes tactical. What can Caesar show us? What more can he produce here? That looks like a nice shot to me. But Caesar here on the yellows that are also
Remember, the finals of the
very
ladies.
open.
Lokia Naiga Montesila Shida coming next.
And
Only
what
the
about
best
that?
players in the ladies so far. It has been Zaimati,
This guy
Bazan
has
Rocket,
some of those, I mean, really well executed
Natalia
shots.
was your left hand.
Wow.
Then
Now that's brilliance right there. I should say it chases away Mansour's red from that pocket, placing his yellow and giving him a very serious advantage. That was a very well thought shot from Mansour. He wanted to pot as he potted and get the white ball to open the 8 ball from his red ball. Unfortunately, it opens but not as well as he had hoped. Mansour there just missing that center pocket slightly, and this might be costly to him because now the frame is pretty much finishable by Caesar standards. And look at that, he gets help from Mansour's red ball, positioning that cue ball well enough for him to pot that. He pots, and this frame is very much done, I should say. We are playing the international 8 ball rules. We are racing to 11 here, but in saying that, Caesar plays his ball and gets snookered. Are we? Wow. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. What about that for a recovery? What about that for a recovery shot? He'll need to go again here. Can he produce the goods once again? No way. Oh my. Oh my word. What have we just seen there? Two shots, two top-notch shots in straight successions. Oh my.
That is when they say magic from Caesar. Caesar has shots that are unbelievable. That is what I was saying. Sometimes, even if you don't support Caesar, you're supposed to support him by force. But depending on what he, very, very good, accurate player. And sometimes you might think he has just played, but sometimes he has the calculations of the balls. Just like he hit into the pocket, and then he came for the black. Sometimes you might think you have 90% chances of the game, but then the game shows you had 0% chances. That's what has just happened to Mansour. You see the game that Caesar won. It Mansour himself thought he had 99 chances, but then Caesar proved to him you had 0 chances of winning this game. That is how pool is weird.
Likely looking bank shot. We have a break, a 5 minute player break here with Caesar leading by 8 frames to 4.
Bampalonde nga
We
omuluka
have the clock frozen at 1 hour and 2 minutes.
This could be so.
That was out of the world. I mean, no one expected, that margin of a scoreline.
Yeah, and between the sisters, both of them I like them so much. Lukia's game is neatness, like I said before. Lukia's game is neat. Chikade's game is attacking. Both of them, you never know who will win, but depending on the times they have met, I think she has defeated Chikade a couple of times. Lukia is the only person who knows how to defeat the sister. There is a way she tackles her, and by the end of the day, Chikade does not. It's like she doesn't know how to play, and Lukia is just giving out her best. As the way we saw Chikade perform against Anka Sheila, Chikade, I left this game when Anka was leading the first game.
Naiga Rukia, I think we are right to call her a smooth operator on the table.
I call her the Nita.
Yeah. She'll be taking on her younger sister, who is a fierce player on the table. She has those shots of a man. That will be coming on the ATA platform at exactly 6. That will be the ladies' final for this ATA Super 8 and Super 4 Queens competition. But there is a matter to be settled on the table as we speak. The players are back, the table and the balls are getting set. The supporters are eager. We are in for the second part of this session, and Caesar here on the breaks. He breaks. Nice one at that. White has betrayed him, and the table looks pretty much, clearable.
Yeah, and it's open for Mansour to come and close. By the look of the way the balls are centered, I think Mansour is going to go for the reds, but also the yellows are really, really nice. I don't know, when you play like that, is it a closed table already? I think yes. And Mansour is going for the reds. Oh, hold on. Caesar has something to inquire, and I think. Hold on. Caesar is asking something. Let's first inquire. He inquires from the umpire, and the umpire is going to get back to him, because Caesar is saying you're not supposed to center the white upstairs where Mansour had centered his white to close the table. Caesar is saying Mansour is supposed to center the white in a different manner, not in a black ball manner. So let's wait and see what the umpire has got to say upon this game to decide who is playing next, who is sitting. And guys, don't be disappointed because these are new rules and these players are just trying to abide with the new rules. So any slight mistake that comes up, don't complain. Don't say umpire's done this, umpire's done this, he has not sided with us. No, please be fair with the umpire, be fair with the game. These are new rules. Let's just continue supporting pool. And this message I want to send it out to everybody in the pool environment. Please keep on loving the game. Please keep on respecting our players and respect the game, because you the fans, if you respect the game, then the players will have the best out of it.
Yeah. And getting back to the point of contest in this game, I mean, if it turns out to be a chance given to Caesar, that will definitely be so frustrating for Mansour, because well, we're playing to the new rules, and I mean, it just feels like for him, he had no idea that okay, when you have a ball in hand, you're not supposed to play any of the balls that are on that upper end of the table. And I mean,
The rules are the rules say when your opponent puts the white on the break, you're not supposed to play any ball that is behind that line. You know, there is that breaking line that separates where you're supposed to put the white. So unfortunately, Mansour went and potted the red that was behind that line, and in the natural rules, it's supposed to be a foul. But Caesar has sportsmanship, and he said they talked to the umpire, and then he said it's okay, you play. And that is good with Caesar, because any other player would say no, 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 you cannot play. But Caesar gave Mansour a chance to execute his shot, since Mansour didn't understand. Game is for pressure. Sometimes we make mistakes. I really appreciate that from Caesar. Thank you. If it was me, I would still do the same. Yeah, because these are new rules. Nobody can understand, and the game is on pressure. Still, Mansour can end up winning this game just because of Caesar's sympathy of letting him play this game. Do you know that was really, really a good thing that Caesar did?
yeah. It's I mean, we are all in a learning process here. The rules are, I mean, there are the number of you know uh, different ways that this game is played compared to the black ball that we are so used to. There, I mean, I was seeing just the guidelines, a number of them. It's not easy to just get to grasp
Yes, just
with all.
with all the rules that are in the game. And that was a
Okay,
good
ladies
night.
and gentlemen, if you're watching
The
with
game
Network
was
Academy in
finishing, but
Uganda,
Caesar saw it that
kindly
once
ask
it
you
would finish, he would have
to
said no.
consider subscribing
But he
if you
gave
have
him a
never
chance to come on
subscribed
the
to this
table
channel.
and clear.
When you
And I
subscribe,
think
you help us push
sometimes when
and
you're
YouTube will
kind
push our
to a
videos
human
to
being,
more
there is
view
a
and
way
more
God
views.
pays you back when you're kind.
A big shout out to our sponsors,
Kindness and
Network Academy in Uganda,
thank you for the
the
sportsmanship.
Pool
That was
Africa
really
Home,
understanding.
Pool Home Africa,
And I wish our players
Upper
well.
Water
And
Pool Club,
sometimes you need
and
to
the Scorpion
understand
Choke,
when you're playing new
sponsored
rules.
all by
Don't overbe on your fellow
ATA
player, on your
Advanced
fellow
Talent
opponent, because
Agency.
pool is just
Ladies
a
and
game.
gentlemen,
You just come
as well
and
you
shoot,
can share with
and then
us
Mansour comes and
your
breaks, and
adverts
then he
and we
also
advertise
puts
for
the
you
white. He puts the
through the
white
numbers
on the break.
there
The
on
yellow
that
balls are really
advert,
centered very well, and the red
WhatsApp,
balls are really
and the
centered very
direct
well. Let's
calls.
see what Caesar has got to
Enjoy the
do
game,
in this game.
ladies
Can he
and
make a clearance just like
gentlemen.
Mansour did, or he's going to make a mistake to give Mansour a chance to come back on the table. At the moment, it's 8-5, and Caesar is going to close the table. Oh no, he hits hard, the ball goes, then it connects to the other, and it still does not get in. Oops. Mansour is back on the table, and the table is still open. Let's see which color Mansour can choose. The yellows are really centered so well. The reds are a bit tricky, but they can also be finishable if you have a skillful and a talented skill with these guys that they have. You can finish the game. Mansour closes the table on the reds, and I think the reds are finishable. Deep down in my heart, I think Caesar is like, I wish I never gave away that game. But you know, humanity always stands. When we have humanity, we can live. And this is just a game. There is life after the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as a human being, it's important to have empathy in you. It goes a long way in working in your favor in ways that you may not actually also understand. So, but that aside, um, we have. I mean, we're getting into the business end of this very hot match, and I mean, we are getting at a point where every shot now matters here, and that's why we're seeing the players take a little bit more time than they
Than
had.
before.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because there's a lot on the line right now. um, yeah, but I mean, Mansour here, and on the reds with four more to put. He aims, he goes tactical, he doesn't want to finish them balls at once. I think what informed that decision is the positioning of the 8 ball. It's not very easily portable, but also the scissors yellow ball that is top. Wow, now look at that. That is a beautiful tactical play. Caesar decides to use his ball to pot Mansour's red that was in that top left corner pocket. It is one shot once again. That's not a foul. I believe Mansour will want to pot that, but also use his red to pot Caesar's yellow ball that displaced his red. I mean, I love tactical frames, at times. It's it goes to show the level and the pattern of thinking that these players have. There Mansour goes. It's not the best of executions because that red ball of his doesn't get rest inside that right top hand corner pocket. Now look at Caesar there with a bank shot that just opens this game, that just makes it possible for him to go for a clearance of the yellows here. He is strategizing, he is planning. He'll need to go now because he doesn't have so much time. He plays that shot. He puts Mansour's red ball, but he leaves a white ball that I believe seed number 1. I beg your pardon. The national champion can work with here. He'll surely be potting his last red ball. Will he be able to get good white for the... Wow, look at that execution, guys. These are the things that we love to see. Mansour on the black here pulls one more and puts himself to within 2 frames of Caesar. Mansour 6 and Caesar Chandiga 8. It's game on once again, isn't it?
Yeah, it's game on, and now I can see Mansour's strength. Yeah, I see now. This is the Mansour I wanted to see. It's always bad when you see your opponent winning most of the games when it is a one-sided match. But now it's not a one-sided match. It is now 8-6, and Chandiga Ceasar is still in the lead, and Mansour is just coming from 4-8 to now 6-8. He has won 2 frames down, and it's Caesar's break. Let's see what Caesar has got to do to this break. These players are all very good. These players are very skillful. Pool is a very, very hard game. But if you know how to shoot these balls, you know these balls are really, really so hard. And Caesar is taking the break. Let's see, is he breaking dry? He breaks powerful. He pots 2 balls. He pots a yellow and he pots a red. By the look of the balls centered here, the yellows are to go. Depending, oh, let me see the white he gave himself. The white is perfect for Caesar, and the reds are good, the yellows are good. But if I was Caesar, I would still go for the yellows, because the way the yellows are centered, it is just a pick and play. Just clean, just clean, just, it's not like just clean your shit. The shit is there and neat, just clean it. Because if he fails to clean this game, Mansour is basically going to come and win this game. Because by the looks of them, Caesar asked for an extension, because the way these balls are centered, I think he wants to finish. Let me see. He goes for the center. He cuts it right. He pots. He closes the table with the yellow. So Caesar's only got 4 yellows left, and they're all centered very well for him to make a break and finish. He made a really, really a strong, powerful break, and it gave him what he had hoped for. There you go, and he's really, really going for a finish, as I'm saying right now. I think we are seeing Caesar's first break and finish in this match. We hadn't seen any break and finish from Caesar. We hadn't seen any break and finish from Mansour. We have only seen clearances and one visit, but Caesar is now taking a break and finish after Mansour making it 2-8 from he after Mansour scoring 2 games down. Caesar comes back and shows him that I am called Caesar man, and he makes his first break and finish to make the 9th game.
Yeah, it is his first break and finish, but also his first win of a rack after coming from that break. He extends his lead, now needing only 2 more wins of the rack.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for liking, loving, and watching with us. If you have never liked or subscribed to this channel, kindly consider subscribing. We are network admin Uganda, bringing the pool home, bringing the pool at your home, bedrooms, tables. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the Scorpion Chalk and Upper Water Pool Club, our sponsors for this video. Ladies and gentlemen, you can as well be part of these supporters by giving us business. We advertise for you. Ladies and gentlemen, see the WhatsApp numbers down there. You see on the advert. Network admin in Uganda. It is Caesar Chandiga up against Bwanika Mansour. In a race to 11, Caesar Chandiga is leading by 9 frames to 6 against champion Mansour Bwanika, commonly known as champion Muto.
This is a chance, and gives us a chance to come back on the table. And if Mansour fails to finish up red centered balls. He closes the table. So Mansour is playing red, and the way I see the red centered, I think Mansour is going for an A. Let him not make a blunder, because once he makes a blunder, Janan, the way we look at the way yellows are centered, and you know,
Yeah. And you know, in the context of this race, a race to 11. Needs one to make it to 10, which would just put him to within one. Very important frame that Mansour cannot afford to. Caesar gets, you know, to play for only one. Caesar gets, you know, to play for only one win. But if Mansour wins this track, he puts him back in